This is Shelley Craft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're coming to you live from the Precious Metals Summit in Beaver Creek, Colorado, 2015. I have with me Tim Beale, Revelo Resources Corporation. It's a publicly traded company, and the symbol is RVL on the TSX Venture. Tim, welcome to SNNLive.
Thanks very much, Shelley. Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you. Let's get an overview on Revelo for the audience, and then we'll come back for more questions.
Okay. Revelo is a junior explorer with a strong focus on Chile. We are one of the larger landholders in Chile. We have something like 350,000 hectares of tenement, prospective for copper, gold, and silver, all located along key mineral belts in northern Chile. All this tenement is 100% owned. There's no underlying agreements or option agreements. And our basic business model is that of prospect generator, and we're looking for partners to come in and help us explore these properties. We already have two partners, one in the name of Newmont Mining and the other in the name of Kinross Gold.
So they're not small, by the way, to add. Now, that's a pretty big land package by any means. Tell me more about that.
Okay, well, we've basically thought long and hard about how to be successful in this business during these dark times. And about 2 years ago, we realized, as some others do, that controlling prospective ground is the basic building block of this business. If you don't have good ground, you're nowhere. We like Chile from its fantastic geologic potential, as well as being a top jurisdiction from the sort of working aspects as well. And we've put together, through a series of acquisitions and one merger, this property portfolio. We did an important acquisition from a private Chilean company called Minera Fuego last year. We merged the antecedent company to Revelo, Iron Creek, with another Chilean explorer called Polo Star in December and renamed the company Revelo. And then more recently, we did another acquisition with a Chilean subsidiary of Altius Minerals. And these different transactions together has put this large property portfolio together, which is divided into 20 projects currently. I would say we have a slight emphasis on copper, possibly 65-70% focus on copper, and the rest on precious metals.
Well, you're in an interesting market with commodities at 5-year lows, so you're probably able to pick off some good properties at low prices, accordingly. My question is, at what stage are you on your current projects as far as drilling goes?
Okay, the collection of properties we've put together has had close on $100 million spent on it historically. We have access to quite a lot of that information, maybe not 100%, but quite a lot of that information. Several of the properties have historic drill programs, some of them do not. Currently, our joint venture partner, Newmont, has indicated that they will be drill testing key targets on the Montezuma project later this year. And our other joint venture partner, Kinross Gold, has also indicated the possibility to be drill testing later this year or very early next year. And we are actively looking for partners for our other projects. In this downturn, we think we've been counter-cyclical. We think that this has been exactly the right moment to do these acquisitions, do this merger, and put this property portfolio together. All these transactions were stock transactions, no cash involved, and we have this large historic database of information, as well as new information which we're constantly collecting ourselves, as well as the information that our joint venture partners are collecting. So all in all, we're moving forward, even in these dark times, and we are quite optimistic for the future.
So I think our audience will be interested in your background.
Yes, I'm a geologist. I've been in the exploration business all my career, something like 30 years. And I actually lived and worked in South America for 20 years. I lived in Chile, Argentina, and Peru. Was involved with major companies during all that time. And then more recently, I moved to Vancouver about 6 years ago. And five years ago, I joined Iron Creek, which is the antecedent company to Revelo. So I have a lot of experience in South America. I have a lot of experience in Chile. We have a small team in Chile as well, which is also very experienced. So we're well placed to know what's going on and how to explore in that country.
You know, I've heard in the past when it comes to Chile, they've got these artesian mining companies, and they've been productive all through these years of generations of families. So being in Chile and knowing that there's such a large resource in that country, do you find that to be a really a better district to advance the company in than go anywhere else?
Absolutely. Chile is host to the most prolific copper belts in the world, and is also host to some really important deposits in the precious metal world and also the industrial minerals world. So Chile is just simply one of the top jurisdictions to be in, and all this artisanal mining that's been going on literally for centuries, since Inca times, continues today. So you find all these small miners dotted around the countryside. They can actually be quite useful from an exploration perspective, telling you where mineralization is. Additionally, all the major corporations, mining corporations, and many of the mid-tier companies are active in Chile, either mining themselves and or exploring. Most of these companies have offices in Santiago. So the only place you need to go is Santiago, knock on a door and talk to these companies. We have gained a lot of traction with a lot of these companies over recent months, interested in our portfolio. We've signed a number of confidentiality agreements, and we have a number of companies actively looking at projects with a view to potentially doing deals with us. So we're quite excited.
And political stability?
Very stable country, post-Pinochet in the late 1980s, been a continuous democracy, one of the best run Latin American countries, both from a political and an economic point of view. Chile is the only Latin American member of the OECD group of countries, which numbers 34 countries, most of which are Western European and North American. So very, very good country to work in.
Now for the audience, let's get your website out there.
Okay, we have a lot of information on our website about the individual projects as well as ourselves and our corporate objectives, and the website is www.reveloresources.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Beale, Revelo Resources Corporation. It's a publicly traded company, RVL, on the TSX Venture. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live from the Precious Metals Summit in Beaver Creek, Colorado, 2015. Tim, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks very much, Shelley. Nice to be here.
Quite welcome.
Thanks.